Hey guys, welcome back to the X-Ring. And of course, we are back out at the range today. We have something we're going to put together. Big shout out to KB32 Tactical for providing this rifle for testing. So basically, he was like, Ray, you got to shoot this. And I am no stranger to the JP. This is the CTR upper and lower. And the CTR02, it is an amazing platform. I like the billet upper. This has the JP LMOS, the really light bolt carrier group, has the JP Silent Capture. It has the Luth AR stock on here with the Radian Raptor charging handle. This one does have the Timney Calvin Elite trigger in it, and this is an unbelievable trigger. It is so light with such a short reset. Has the JP handguard. It is outfitted with a 20-inch proof carbon-wrapped barrel along with an Ultradyne comp. So the Ultradyne, they make a couple different versions. They have an Apollo. There's another one there as well. I think it's an Apollo S, and you have an Max. And then this one has the JP Enterprises Arca Swiss rail. I've put my Atlas bipod with the Area 419 conversion on it. You guys can see that gold knob here. And what we're going to do is we are going to mount up the primary arms 4 to 16 by 50 first focal plane scope. This scope was available during Black Friday for less than $500. So you're talking about a $500 scope going on about a $3,500 build here. And we're going to see how it does. We're going to put that on a Aero Precision Ultra Scope mount, and we will see how it goes. This is in mil, and it does have the R-Grid reticle, the 2B. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so I haven't fired the rifle yet. What we did was we just mounted this up using some Borka tools, got everything leveled using the phone, using the app on the phone. We've got the Tacticanum on here. This is the primary arms, the 4 to 16. It's the first focal. It has the R-Grid reticle. And so the first thing you want to do is we want to make sure we can get it on paper. So we're going to do a little bit of our my famous redneck bore sighting. You know what? It works and it saves ammo. So all I'm going to do is at 100 yards, I'm going to find a little, like a piece of steel or something. I look through the bore. I'm just going to pop my head up without moving it. And believe it or not, it's close enough to probably get paper. I'm going to be a hair off to the right, but at least it'll hit the paper. I know I'm good. So the ammunition that we're going to be shooting today for this, and I'll record everything on screen so you can see it, but it's going to be the MagTech, the 77 grainer, the open tip match. This is supposed to be a really, really good replacement for the Black Hills 77 grain. Guys are swearing by this stuff, and you can get this stuff for, I think 1,000 rounds is about $500. So let's see what we can do and get it dialed in on paper, and we'll go from there. So we'll go with 2 shots first. All right, Jeremy, how about the top left paper number 4?
Roger.
Top left paper number 4.
Send it.
Left or right?
Right. You're
Let me follow it up with another shot.
same hole.
Okay, so looking at the reticle, and because we're recording everything on screen, guys, if we look here, I'm going to put the 4 so you guys can see it on the 4. If you look right, we are 1/2 mil, a full mil to 5, which is directly under the 3. So about 1.3 mils left is where I need to go. So 1.3 mils left. So we're going to go 1. That's about good right there. 1.2. We'll try that first. And then if we want to measure the vertical, all right, so if you guys see those little lines there, each one of those are 1/10 mil increments. So if I go center line, we're going to be about 1/2 mil low. So we're going to go 1/2 mil up. That's exactly what I did. We'll load 3 shots into here. And what we will do is we will go for, Jeremy, where do you want me to go? We'll go for this group right here. It's the bottom left, the tiniest circle on the left target.
Roger.
Top left.
Send it.
So it needs to come up 1/10 and left 1/10. And then now I won't move it. We'll just kind of group it. Here we go. Okay, so now we know that's good. I should be able to go dead over to 300. Hold on. And we know based on most of the ammo, 300 yards should be about 1 mil. So 1 mil is going to be on this mark here. And that's an impact. You guys see it moving? Okay guys, so the rifle's shooting pretty accurately. I mean, just right out of the box, just for rudimentarily throwing this thing on here. I didn't even zero the turrets out. But with the camera footage, you're going to be able to see exactly what my holds were and how that worked. This ammo is coming out pretty quickly. I can tell you I was seeing a lot of vertical dispersion. So your standard deviation, I guarantee, is going to be higher than, let's say, Black Hills that you're paying a little over $1 a round for. But I think to get that 77 grain or moving at 2,800 feet per second is pretty good. We'll test it on the chronograph here in just a second. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get a chronograph reading on this MagTech 77 grain OTM. If it is similar to Black Hills, it's going to be 2,800 plus. So let's see what we get on the chronograph, on the lab radar, and hopefully we can get a reading here. Same hole on number 1. 2746. So it is a little slower. Look at that group, dude. Oh, that one was a little high. So 2689. So we can go ahead and figure it's going to be about 2700, 2750. But with this, we should be able to put it in the Strelok and get our data that we need. So let's go. All right, guys. So on the lab radar, the average is 2718 coming out of this rifle. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to Strelok. We're going to go ahead and change the rifle. I'll build a new rifle. So what I'm going to do is just hit the plus sign. And then we're going to be on this sample, replace your data. So I'm just going to put on here, we will call this Proof JP. Okay, so that's going to be the name of the rifle itself. The scope, I don't know if it's going to have the scope in there, but either way, the zero distance is 100 yards. The offset of the rifle, of the scope, is going to be about 2.75 inches, somewhere in there. This is an MRAD scope, so I don't need any of this. So in the units, I need to check MRAD. So we're going to say 1/10, done. Here is 1/10, because that's what our adjustments are on the turrets. Reticle is in the first focal plane. We'll just save that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the ammunition. We're going to change the cartridge, and what we're going to do is you can go to the bottom here and just find MagTech if you wanted to. I don't know if I have cell phone service. I probably don't. And MagTech is listed right in there. There's a 77 grain hollow point boat tail. Yes, we're going to load this cartridge. And what I need to change is the bullet speed, because the bullet speed was 2718. If you have the temp, Jeremy, do you have the temp? It's like 50 or 48?
48 degrees.
All right, so 48 is that. We're going to save that. And then based on that, this right here, when I hit done, I should be able to go to my graph, and you guys can see the data right there. And you might say, well, that's not close enough. That's 100-yard increments. What I can do is go to settings. I can change the end distance, let's say 1,000 yards. I can change my step distance, we'll just say 20 yards, so every 20 yards. Bullet speed, we're going to go to MRAD. We are MRAD in the corrections. Save. There is the drop chart for this. So based on this, let's just say 700 yards. 700 yards is saying 6 mils on the dot. So let's try to take a couple shots at 700 yards and see what happens. All right, guys, so we're loaded hot. We're going to have Rick call out my yardages, or give me my holds. I'm going to hold it in the reticle. We are hot, so 300 yards.
1.2.
1.2. Impact.
350 is 1.6.
1.6. 400.
2.1.
450.
2.6.
500.
3.2.
Hair left. Impact. 550.
3.8.
Oh, hair low. 3.8.
3.8.
600.
4.5.
Hold on, I gotta reload.
Reload.
That's an impact. And then 700 should be 6.
Yep. 6.0.
Hey, you got chamber.
What is it? Six flat. I'm gonna hold 5 miles an hour. And that's an impact. So you guys can actually see that on camera. You see how that works. Hope you enjoyed it. But for a rifle we just threw a scope on the back of the pickup truck, we are good to go. No need for any correction. I've got my data. We can pick out any target out there we wanted. That's it. Give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.